So you probably thought I was never coming back, and you thought it was safe to come out and freely browse the internet again without my dulcet toned interruption. You thought wrong. So actually I had a favourites video filmed, but I'm guessing it's a bit late for that kind of thing, so now we're just gonna skip straight ahead and go to a thinly veiled favourites video / get ready with me video. So it's been a really long time since I did one of these, and I'm going to start with my current favourite foundation, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Youth Boosting Perfect Skin Foundation. This, aside from the ridiculous name, is actually quite a good foundation, and the reason I realised it was quite a good foundation after being really unenthusiastic on the whole about Charlotte Tilbury makeup was because I had to suffer 3 weeks of using up my Chantilly Future Skin foundation. It cost me £55 and it's the worst foundation I've ever bought or tried to use up in my life. I have like the tiniest amount left, but it seems to be lasting forever. It disappears off my face in about 2 hours as well, so I have nothing good to say about it. So I'm going to put on this Charlotte Tilbury. I use quite a decent amount, and I'm just going to use it on my studio brush. And I'm horribly short-sighted, so I have like the mirror about 2 inches from my face, just FYI. So the reason I like this is because it gives a really light coverage, which is quite luminous, so it doesn't make the skin look flat. Light coverage, you can build it, and it's really easy to build actually. I always find myself applying quite a lot of this because I can get away with it, so it never really kind of layers or goes chalky or anything. It just kind of blends in really seamlessly. I think the effect that I get from this is kind of what I wanted from the Giorgio Armani one, but with the Giorgio Armani one I had real trouble at the end of the day with feeling really oily, and my face just felt unpleasant, and this is more of a medium that I am comfortable with using. I think honestly it just makes the skin look very polished, very natural without being heavy, and that's what I need here, because if I have a heavy kind of mask-like face, it's just gonna get sweaty and gross by midday, so I want something that wears very light on the skin. Next I'm gonna go in with some NARS, whatever this concealer, what is this called? This concealer that everybody loves that I can't remember the name of. I have it in light 1 Chantilly. Because I'm getting old, I'm going to go for a decent splodge under the eyes, and then the nostril area, because when you get old you get red nostrils apparently. A bit like a baboon, I guess. Except nostrils, not butt cheeks, obviously. I pretty much always blend concealer anyway with my fingers, it's easier. And I'm lazy. I used to go for the whole brush thing, and then I realised that honestly if I want to get the maximum amount of sleep, then I don't have time to go in with a dainty little brush and dab very gently. I am just going to go for the smear, kind of like Mission Impossible war paint kind of action. That's what I'm going for with this. This I really love as a concealer. Oh, it says it here, it's the Radiant Creamy Concealer. This I really love for my concealer under eyes and all over my face. It's got great coverage. I find that it blends really nicely. I find that if I put too much on, it can look a little bit thick and chalky, but that just comes down to experience using the product and making sure that I'm not slathering it all over my face. So I really like this and would definitely repurchase. I think it's a really nice product, although it took me bloody ages to get it in this shade. Okay, so brows, pretty boring. I'm gonna go for this. This is MAC Concrete Just Here. MAC Concrete is particularly useful if you have a kind of dull, useless hair colour like mine, and useless brown is probably the official term of my hair colour, and it's a cool tone brown, so it's pretty good. I think it's a satin eyeshadow, but it comes off very matte, so really nice colour to use. We've done all the boring bits, the kind of architecture of my face. I'm gonna actually use some bronzer today. I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to bronzer. Despite owning this bronzer for about a year, I still am very nervous around it. I'm actually just going to use it to contour. This is the Aerin Pretty Bronze Illuminating Powder. It's level 1, so it's the lightest one. So it's just gives a little bit of a nice contour golden glow. I'm going to very inexpertly do the fishy face and shove it under the cheekbones, gently shove, although I'm not sure if you can actually gently shove something. But that's a discussion for another day. And at this point you're all thinking, did you actually put anything on, because I can't tell? Yes, there is an almost inscrutable difference now on my face. I'm going to go for some eye products now. So NARS Smudgeproof Eyeshadow Base. This took me a really long time to come around to. I thought I loved it at the beginning, and then everything creased and it all went horribly wrong and I ignored it forever. But now we're BFFs again, and I think it's a pretty great product. But I don't know why it took me so long to join the revolution. So some of that on there. Nice and vague. A blind person watching this would have a great time trying to guess what I'm talking about, I think. But I guess if they were blind, they wouldn't be watching, they'd be listening. Stop with the conversation. Alright, so next thing, one of my new favourite things to use is this Illamasqua eye pencil, and it's in, I think it's Vow. It's this completely nothingy, nudie skin tone colour. You can use it on your lips, although I'm not really sure I'd use it there. But I really like this as an eyeshadow base. So, particularly if I'm using a boring beige colour like Burberry Trench, which I can never get to stay on very well actually. It's one of their worst. Beautiful colour, but literally can't get it to stay on. Ow, ow, poke myself in the eye. Alright, so it's a really nice neutralising base for the eye, really great even just on its own, but I'm not going to stop there. I am going to go strangely and totally out of character, because I sat staring at my eyeshadows not knowing what the hell to do next. I'm going to go with this one, which is Blondes Gold from MAC, but I think it's in the Pro collection now, but I'm feeling like today is a good day for gold. I'm going to use the tiniest smidgen of NARS Fez, but I'm going to be so careful with it, it's excruciating. This one is very pigmented and I always tend to get it everywhere and look like my eye socket is rusty. So, going to get a fluffy brush. One of my favourite MAC brushes ever actually. I don't like their 224, but I do like this 217. Just going to place a tiny bit and then I'm going to blend. I don't want too much on the brush, I really want the brush to be quite clean. I'm going to go with my favourite brown ever. This is pretty much like Concrete in MAC, but an overachiever. This is the best brown eyeshadow I've ever used. It's Burberry Taupe Brown. The dullest of the dull shades ever, but it just works, and that's all I want. The beauty of this shade is it's a kind of charcoaly smudgy brown and totally matte, so it blends out beautifully. In a controversial twist that no one is expecting, I'm actually not going to apply eyeliner. I know what you're thinking, I've taken leave of my senses, but actually the truth is I've become very lazy. I have 20 minutes to get ready in the morning, and that includes washing and blow drying and showering, making some coffee, and the makeup thing, so apart from lipstick. So that pretty much means that I've grown to like my face without loads and loads of liquid eyeliner on it, and today I'm feeling pretty lazy, so I'm just going to curl and do the whole lashings of mascara thing. It seems like the best way to go. So the mascara of choice, or not choice, but I'm using it up until it's gone, is Makeup Forever Smoky Lash, which honestly I literally smudge all over my eyelids every time I apply it, and I thought it would get better, but no, it's not getting better, so I'm just looking forward to having this gone, to be honest. Things. I'm going to need some blush, because honestly a life without blush is not worth living. I am not sure, I'm feeling choosy today. I think I'm going to pick my pretty much perennial favourite blush, Horizon de Chanel. No, I'm not selling it, go away. This is one of my favourite blushes ever, and I will never give it up, and you can prize it from my cold dead hands basically. This is one of the Hourglass thingies, and this is in Canvas. It's like the long wear liquid lipsticks. This one's actually going really dry, so I think I'm going to have to hurry and use it up, because I've barely had any wear from this at all. Give this one a go. It's a really long wearing product, but they can feel pretty drying by the end of the day, and they honestly do make my lips feel like they're cracking a bit, but really nice applicator. It's a kind of bendy wand, which makes it really easy to apply. So the last thing I've got to do is apply this most hated product I've ever bought this year, the Charlotte Tilbury, I can't even remember the name because I don't really care that much. It's the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. It's dusty, it doesn't help me with my oil. I'm just gonna dust it on through this T-zone. And I think that's good for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not going to disappear into the abyss again. I'm just kind of filming as and when I'm feeling it, really, because otherwise you'll just get this bored, like dull-eyed person droning on about their favourite red lipstick. And I really want to enjoy making these videos, so I like to do it as the mood takes me. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and I will be back, I promise this. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you really soon. I promise. The actual promise. You can hold me down for that one. I don't know if I meant to say that. Yeah, you know what I meant. Okay, bye.